Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to your favorite program, Business Thursdays. I am your humble host, Tanchi Damian, and today we are going to be having a fine gentleman who has braved the odds to include a new ecosystem in our ecosystem. Stay tuned as we welcome Mr. Ramsès Fopi. How are you doing today, Mr. Ramsès?
I'm doing great, Mr. Damian.
So, in order to clear the air, I would like to know exactly who is Mr. Ramsès and what does he do?
Okay, I am Ramsès Fopi. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm into e-commerce. We sell computers. We provide ICT services to our clients. So we install the basic network inside companies, and we also supply IT devices such as computer routing and switches inside companies.
Okay, that's kind of a lot. So I would like to find out, I don't believe this is what you had in mind when you started growing up, like when you were a kid back then. We always have this crazy idea. I, for one, I wanted to become a doctor. Yes, but you get that the country has its way of. But now, I would like to understand, what exactly did you have growing up, or what was your journey like?
Okay, it's true that when I was a little boy, I used to go to the hospital because I was sick. And I like their services, so I'd have a dream one time to become a medical doctor. But before leaving high school, I knew I wanted to be an engineer. So my mind was changed because I discovered that engineering could be the future. So that's why when leaving high school, I know exactly that I wanted to be an engineer.
Oh, okay, so along the line, you started as a medical doctor, and when you reached secondary school, high school, then switched now, the goal was different, the objectives was different. And how has that journey been like since you started being and since you took the part of being an engineer?
Yeah.
How was the journey been like?
It was great because when I left high school, I went to the University of Boya, where I went to the Faculty of Engineering. So I was trained there as an engineer in telecommunication and networking. So it's a training that took me 4 years to have a bachelor degree before I started a master's degree. The journey was not easy because as a student, we have a lot of challenges. You need money to do this and that. So I have to work being in the street. So go to part-time school, part-time job, because we always repair devices in the street at St. Clair. You know, St. Clair's just beside Las Vegas. Yes, that is where we used to repair phones, repair computers, do everything we can do. And we're there to get money to be able to fund what we were doing in school.
Okay, so tell us, with that in mind, because obviously you definitely started somewhere. And you started putting in place the practice of being an engineer while still in school. Now you are the founder and manager of Class Technology. So what exactly is Upclass? What do they do, or what are the services they offer? Okay,
at Upclass Services, we offer IT services such as computer networking. We offer services just like computer, like when you put computer into a network, for example, for a company, we have video system installation. We also have the sales of computers because we provide computers to many clients. So we sell the devices, we install them, and we also train people in ICT, computer maintenance, and computer networking. So those are the basic services that we offer.
Okay, you're more focused on the computer aspect and stuff like that, the servers and everything. So now, how has that been instilling that in Cameroonians? Because I believe that is not something that is common in the Cameroonian market. Very few people understand that they need to have servers that are peculiar to their businesses in order to safeguard their information. So that's actually a new market. How has it been bringing that into the fold?
You know, the truth is, people might be skeptical to understand something, but once you convince them, you show them the importance in their businesses, they have no choice. For example, when somebody has 10 shops in Douala, and then he has to move on every shop to control the stock, when you show him that you can put all his administrating system in a platform where he can be able to control from distance, that means that you have to install basic software inside his company. You have to install computer first, computerize their management system, and be able to centralize it online so that he can access shop of Andokoti, check what's there, what's going on, check the shop in Bonaberi while sitting at home. When you show him that it's possible and you can actually do it, and he see the benefit, and they have no choice to accept the idea.
So it's more of like making people understand that it's a lot, you can get your job done faster and more efficient, which is actually a revolution, because we may experience some losses and we may face some challenges that with a well-programmed server and the system in place, that can all be avoided. And how has the result been so far?
The result has been great because with technology we can do a lot of things, and there are many possibilities today. So when you are able to control your store, like I said, online and from distance, it's just great because it saves time, it saves money, it saves energy, and it's difficult for people to get it from the beginning, like to understand that they can do it, because we still have people that do accounting in the book. Like the accounting system is manual. They don't understand that they have to install computers, they have to install basic software for accounting to be able to manage the accounting in the computer. So it's our job to be able to convince, and it's a job of any entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur must sell. You have to sell your idea, so that if you don't convince your prospect that you can be able to provide something which is meaningful, they win by. So it is our responsibility to be able to convince them to understand what we do.
Okay, so in the time which you're being into the field and you're being into the business, what do you think needs to be amended, or what do you think needs to be added in once engineering is concerned?
Okay, the fact is that as engineering part is concerned, many people go to school to study engineering, but they are not on the field. Like they finish school, they have good grade in school, but they don't really understand what's the need of the market. So that's why you see many engineers without jobs. Normally, an engineer who is competent cannot lack jobs because they are looking for them everywhere. I started my business, I've been recruited in many companies, but I refused. Their company are rendering them services, but they want me to work there permanently. Yes, but I've not accepted because I have a business, I have a vision to grow. So I have seen the need for engineers in companies. There's just that most people go to school, they are 100% students. Like we see this in our university, somebody going to school and is 100% student. I mean that he's not doing anything aside to be able to put into practice what he's studying in school. That was the chance we have, because when we were in Boya, we used to walk in the street. Like the rain is falling on you when you are fixing something. I mean that we were on the ground, so when going to school, we had to be on the ground. So that is something that people do not understand. And after, when they finish school, it becomes a mess.
Okay, so if I understand very well, you're looking at the educational system, that we need to work on the educational system in order to move from the ideology or the mindset of employees to people who can actually create something of their own. They don't necessarily have to depend on already created companies to apply for jobs. So in a nutshell, what you're saying is there is a need for engineers, and engineers need to step up. If why not become entrepreneurs as well?
Yes. There is a big need. The market is available, but it's just that we are not ready. You see, many people are not taught the entrepreneurship. You understand? So you go to an engineering school. I never do accounting in school. I never did economics, nothing like that. So I've never been taught economics, marketing, all those things. But why? That is the problem. And then somebody leave engineering school. Sometimes they are good as engineer, but when you want to do business, there are other parts like marketing, financial management, those things we are not taught in school. So you have to learn it by yourself. So it's just to say that they don't train our engineers to be entrepreneurs. They train them to get a job. Yes, and it's good if that's what somebody wants. But we have seen that the entrepreneurial ecosystem is available, and then there is a need for entrepreneurs. And when you have a technical skill and you learn the administrative part, the marketing part, just extraordinary person, because you have all the skill needed to succeed.
Okay, which means and engineering is not just limited to work on the computers.
If you are doing business,
in an
entrepreneur, you cannot.
Definitely, it's understood that you need to have an all-round mastery, not be a specialist, but at least have basic understanding of some other aspects of the field in order to excel as an entrepreneur. So taking into consideration someone who, for example, listens to this and decides to be an entrepreneur and he's an engineer, what kind of advices or what would you tell the person, recommend the person to?
Good. You have to make sure you have basic understanding of the engineering you study, because the client will always accept if at the end the technical aspect can be solved. But the problem now is how do you get the client? That's come into marketing, sales, and it's a skill that people are not taught in school. So if somebody listening to this, what he has to do as an engineer is to be able to learn marketing, to learn sales, to be able to learn financial management, because financial literacy is not taught in school. Financial management, those things, they are not taught. So therefore, you have to be able to learn them by yourself. You see, so and it's always good to get a mentor. Like an engineer wants to be an entrepreneur, it's always good to look for someone who has maybe as an engineer also doing business, so that you can learn from him easily. But if you don't have one right there, you can always read books in marketing, read books in sales and those things to be able to get skill. Let me tell you, sales is something people don't know. Sales is something people don't know. Like somebody might be good in developing website, but to offer this service or website development to people, for him to get a single client is tough. But when he get the client is always satisfied because he has the technical skill. He can deliver, but to get customer is the most difficult thing. People don't know how to do that. And that is why sales is important. Sales is just a must in any business.
So no matter the field you're in, make sure you should be able to offer to sell. You should learn how to sell. You should know how to push your product out there, and as well as capture marketing strategies. And now we know with sales and marketing, there is actually a new advent that is coming up, which is digital marketing. And like you earlier mentioned, you do e-commerce. So how does that link with your engineering skills or your know-how?
Okay, good. Digital marketing, I've never learned it in any school. Never. I've never been taught digital marketing in a formal education system. I learned digital marketing because those are the tools that are mandatory today. You can't succeed in business today if you don't have digital marketing skill. Meanwhile, the digital area is a leverage. It's something you can leverage on to be very successful. But we are not taught that. Of course, you have some platform where you can go and learn, even online. You can learn on Google, you can learn on any other things. But what I'm saying is that you have to learn. So you have to know that digital marketing is very, very important. You have to learn digital marketing. You have to know how to convert a prospect online to a paying customer. Online, virtually. Because we have clients that buy until we deliver. We never met. I have a client in Marawa who bought computer from us regularly and we never met. So we met only online and they are paying and we are delivering. So what I mean is you have to be able to know that how to do prospecting online and how to convert those prospects to paying customer online is a skill, and people should know it's a skill and it's learnable. The good thing that it's learnable.
Okay, so now it's more of entrepreneurship. Being an entrepreneur, have the basic skill. For example, you're an engineer and then you want to create jobs for fellow engineers, but then you can't create jobs for engineers if you don't know how to sell the services you guys are going to be offering. And then you should learn how to sell, learn marketing and digital marketing, which is generally creeping into the society right now. And it's actually a must, like you said, for people to learn how to market their products digitally. And you have also made mention of how digital marketing has helped you gain customers and sell to them despite never meeting them. So to round this up, I would like you to tell us a brief rundown of how engineering is a concept not to be neglected if you want to be an entrepreneur. Is it possible?
Yeah, the fact is this, all depends on your industry. If you are an engineer and you want to be an entrepreneur, I mean that maybe you want to offer engineering services, then you learn the other part of the business, like I said, marketing and those stuff. That is if basically you're an engineer. But you might not be an engineer, of course, and you want to be an entrepreneur. So you have your field of expertise. Then you have to learn the thing is that marketing and sales are important in any business. Like it is a must in any business, because business is not only about engineering. So, but if you are trained as an engineer, you want to be an entrepreneur, is what you say you must do. Now, if you are trained for as any field, like maybe a teacher or anything, you want to offer your services online, you learn marketing. So the question is just to say that any field you will learn, you can sell. You see, you can sell if you understand the digital skill. I started the business I'm doing in my room here in Douala. When I left Boya, I came into Douala. I didn't have a business. I did not have any platform. Like I started from scratch, from nothing. Yes, and then I started doing marketing, advertisement online, learning digital marketing. And today we have a shop where we sell computers every day. And we have supplied almost thousands of computers in a single year. So we know exactly how the market goes. The fact is that you have to learn it. It's just about learning. Yes.
Okay, that was nice. I believe in subsequent time we'll definitely be having you over for subsequent programs so that you can still share more of how people can not just be engineers but also be entrepreneurs, and how important it is for them to practice the core skills or core principles that will enable them excel in business. So thank you very much, and I appreciate you for coming. Hope to see you next time.
Thank you too. Thank you for inviting me.
All right, thank you.